Yeah, to nobody's surprise, the coaches have made quite a few changes. I don't think anyone is surprised by this. We have gotten used to our team changing the team quite a lot, because even now it's changed quite a lot. So there is this feeling that we can't go two matches with the same squad, and there's a part of me that gets it, because um part of it has to do with the fact that Chiefs are playing in the league, and they're playing in PSL as well. So maybe that is why they keep on making changes with each and every game. Obviously, the downside of making so many changes, like game after game, is that there is no chemistry that's going to be built among the players, because um, one week these players are trying to get used to playing with each other, and then the next week you change them. Because I feel like you could have a stronger team. You could, you know, keep something similar. Uh, so their argument, the coach's arguments at least, would be the fact that, oh, but look, the defense is the same. So, uh, yeah, yeah, that's that. So we're going to look at the teams now. I just want to make sure that as I say that, um, I write the, I write, I say the name. So as you are joining, as you are game, I think it's safe to say that we are done in the CAF Confederations Cup. Um, that's it. That would be it. We would be done. We would be done. So I hope that this plan that the coaches have trusted today will be good. So in goal for Kaizer Chiefs, there is Brendan Peterson. Brendan Peterson, who will be looking to keep another clean sheet again today. And as a left back, we have Aiden McCarthy. The centre back pairing, as we expected again, it's Miguel paired up with Zita Kunika. And then the right back today, again, as I predicted, I was expecting Solomons to be benched. I mean, to start this game, and he is indeed starting this game. And the person who plays the two pivots in midfield, the coaches have decided, which I think is the right thing, to keep the two guys who played in that position, and that is keep Umaboe and Undlov. This is where it started to get very, very interesting, because this is where the changes start. As a number 10, Chiefs are playing, who's this? They're playing Kaizer Mayo. That's the clear thing that they're doing. Kaizer Mayo is playing as a 10 today, and Umfundo Villa, I think, because last time I saw Umfundo Villagaz playing with Kaizer Mayo, I thought Mayo was going to play right wing, and then Villagaz was going to play as a 10. But as we saw in that last game, they actually did the opposite. So there is your starting 11 for your Chiefs. There is your starting 11. Peterson in goal, Solomon's at right back, Kunika and Miguel as a centre back pairing, McCarthy as a left back, and then there is who's this guy? Undlovu Nomaboe as our 10, as our sixes, and then in front of them is Kaizer Mayo. So what are your guys' thoughts about that? Good one is saying, just checking in on Facebook and came across your live below. I'm almost home. Then I'll watch along relaxed. What is my problem reading? I'll watch along when I get it home. Then on YouTube, people are saying it's a back three. It's not a back three. It's not a back three. It's not a back three. Kaizer Chiefs don't play a back three as a base formation. They play a back three when they are building up. uh, yeah, they are playing that. Tumelo is saying chemistry is built in training. That's what ngizama ukufunda le comment. Tumelo is saying chemistry is built in training. That's what the idea team exists. What matters is squad rotation. You clearly don't understand what chemistry is. There's a difference between training and actual matches. As much as you play with the same intensity at training, or at least try to, but there's a difference when you are playing an actual match versus when you are playing in training, because you can simulate how the other team is going to play. You can simulate how the other team is going to play, but you cannot simulate the actual intensity of the other team. You can try, like you can really try. Coaches try all the time to simulate. They try by all means to simulate what they think will happen in a match, but it's never actually the same. So chemistry is very important in football. That is why coaches would rather bench their entire good team if they know that they are going to be playing a difficult game, because they know that it's very important to have a core team that's going to play. So if you are going to say that, oh yeah, these guys play together in training, it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. You don't just wake up and say, oh yeah, but you guys train together, so you should be able to play together. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So I would say the squad itself is not bad. I don't complain about this formation here, Tembis. Line up, Khosi, line up. It's another thing that I try to say. Watching you from Nongoma, Ushusanem Epteles. I think Kaizer Chiefs has quality on the starting 11 and on the bench. Kusho Ukos Fen Buddha. And then Umusa Sonic is saying, if we win today, we'll be on top alone if Zamalek loses. Okseno if. Yazing it is what will be on top, period. Will be on top, Umelab. Kadikseno if, of course. I don't think Zamalek loses. Because also another thing, those teams, both of them, they are playing in Egypt, because both of them are from Egypt. So I don't think Zamalek will lose. A draw at least, but not lose. Usamukelo is saying, but Mpilo fethu ngibuye ngithi disappointed nge-left back here too, ne-left centre back. Usho uMakhate no Miguel. And this is just to reiterate what was said yesterday, because we had a live stream yesterday where we were discussing this whole thing of Miguel and people complaining about Miguel and saying Miguel this, Miguel that. If chemistry did not matter, Miguel would not be playing. But Miguel plays because they care about continuity. You need to have continuity in the team. That is why those two guys still play together to this day. Like you remember when everyone in South Africa was complaining about, oh, why is Nico Mobi always being called up to Bafana? Why does he play? Because of continuity. There was an understanding between him and Abo Krankekan and Abomvala. Remember that Bafana. There was that thing that they were together in that sense. So they were kept playing together, not necessarily because Unigo Mob was the best. The coach understood what he was doing, you understand? And he knew that age update. So that's what I'm talking about. Some players are played so that they can help, like with things that some people think don't matter, like you continue it. I'm trying to check Ulive score because I want to also update the squad of Zamalek, not Zamalek. We're winning today, Kushubigo. Uzabantul is saying our right side will be the most effective one. I am very much skeptical with Mayo as a 10, but I guess Babuga, we believe in those two coaches. Why did you put it on quotation marks? Those two coaches. Why are you putting it on quotation marks? Okay, I'll just check Facebook and check what people are saying there. Watching from Guyana, Chiefs will win this game. I do believe that they will win this game. That I do. Alexis is saying, what is wrong with Chiefs led by 4? If I knew my brother, I would tell you. Like, I would genuinely tell you. One thing that I know for sure is that with Chiefs-led, I think they are just not impressed. Without even trying to say, oh, they hate him or something like that, I just think there's something that does not sit well with them when it comes to Chiefs-led. And if this is what I've been doing, I've been trying to look at the things from the coach's perspective. Please like the video, by the way, if you just joined on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. I will say this in defense of the coaches. Tina, we want to Chiefs-led. We know he's played in League One in England or something. So we have a mentality that, okay, Umchita is Chiefs-led is basically a player that we saw that he's from abroad, so he might give us something, right? That's our thinking. But what if from their view, he does not impress them, right? And people will say, but give him a chance below and see what it does. And then I will say, okay, fine. This is our thinking. Uguti, Chiefs-led can give us something. But what does it do in training? Right? This is not my thinking. I'm saying if I was to look at it from those guys' perspective, maybe they are just not impressed. And in them not being impressed, that means they are never going to give him an opportunity to play. It's the same thing that Ufavela is asking me on YouTube. Let me see. Bread Boy Sports is saying, what does Pulemodi add? I don't understand. Rather play Velepai. A lot of fans share the same sentiments as you, by the way. You are not the only one. There are so many people who say that thing. But you know, man, why is Velepai playing? I mean, why is Velepai not playing and you are playing Pulemodi? I get that. But once again, I'm going to turn this into a Q&A session and answer on the coach's behalf. They have their own reasons, right? They have their own reasons, but I think their main reason is Pulemodi's work rate. There's nothing else that I can think of that would make me say, oh, yeah, they are playing him because of this reason. I think the only reason is his work rate, because clearly, offensively, he doesn't offer the team anything much, because he's not assisting, he's not scoring. You understand? So that's my thing, Guti. If you are a team that plays, because remember, when you look at Chiefs right now, what's one of the things that people are saying about Chiefs right now? Oh, Chiefs are very good at defending, you know, they are keeping clean sheets and all of that. So the fact that people are saying that means the defensive part of the team has been well. And if the defensive part of the team is good, who is also helping the team defend? The simple answer is Pulemodi, because he becomes a left wing back at times and is the fifth. And the first time I saw this was Chiefs when they were playing against Sundowns last year. Nabi implemented this since last year of playing Pulemodi as a left wing back. So clearly the coaches agreed with him, because I mean they were in his technical team. So they kept it. They kept him playing in that position. Please subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. Please like the video. please like the video if you are on Facebook. You can also do the same thing on YouTube, because there's that. I'm looking at the squad of Zesco, because I can't find it anywhere, and it's about to rain. There is their squad. I don't even know their names. It's not written in the thing, so I'm trying to. Usko by saying Chiefs to win the match with Mayo on the score sheet. Unlike Mtutuzi, Mayo is not obsessed with sexy shots. Just hit the ball. No need to be fancy. Mlamuli is saying Modi is more effective when he has to track back, but attacking he gives us nothing. Yeah, that is once again a sentiment. People know that Umchita is not, or does not rather, give us much when we have to defend. So obviously that's a very big thing. No one is saying anything about the fact that the clock is on 90 minutes and the game has not even started. There, I fixed it. Right, let's go to Facebook and see what people are saying. Can't wait to see Mfundo, Mayo and Silva. I believe in Mfundo's creativity and also the finishing of the two strikers. Aye, Marcos, aye, yeah. Khosi Lami Yanga. Umayo is not playing as a striker, by the way. He's gonna be playing behind the striker. He's going to be playing behind the striker, so he's not a striker today, at least, unless somehow they surprise us all and change their system today. But it's very rare that coaches just drop their system and start playing a different way. So Kaizer Mayo, he's playing as a 10. But if you think about it, since Solomons will be doing a lot of overlapping, he's going to also, in his own way, he's going to invert Mfundo Vilakazi and become another 10, right? So Vele, Chiefs will end up looking like they are playing 2 10s, but not just 2 10s, but it will look like, 2 10s, because they play box midfield. There's a 10, and then there's another 10 from the person who's inverting. My other thing that I'm looking at is, I wonder. Pumzile is asking for my match prediction. I think Chiefs can win this game. It's just that win this game. It's always tricky for me these days to think how many goals we're gonna score, because it always feels like, let me do this. It always feels like we will score 1 goal and then defend, or the game's gonna stay 1-0, and that's it. But I can see us winning this game. The score, I have no idea. I will do something different. I will ask for the man of the match before the game even starts, and I will put 3 contenders for that. The first one, I will put Ndlovu because he had a good game. We will put Umabuwe, because this is my way of asking you, who do you think will have the most impact in the game. I'm going to put Vilakazi because he's playing and he's not been that much. And then I'm going to also put, let me see who else I can put. Solomons will always be in the running. So I put midfielders, 2 midfielders, and then a wing back. I should have said other. If you think someone else will be a man of the match and not the ones that I selected, then you can vote. Because I just want to see, who do you guys think will have the most impact. On Facebook, unfortunately, I can't make a poll. So you guys can comment, who do you think is going to have the most impact on this game today. And also, my people on YouTube, you know that there are more likes on Facebook than there are on YouTube. We're already over, we have 95 likes. Mangane nama likes on Facebook. So 96 likes, but we have over thousands of views now, and people who are watching. Same thing with YouTube. We don't have many likes, but we have a lot of views. We are over 1,000 views now. So can we like the video as well, so that more people can be, can be shown this video. How say good. Right, so let's like the video. That's a break for liking the video. Okay, so Mina personally, I think that this I will probably vote with people. A player who might, I will vote with people who are going to say one of the pivots, one of the sixes between Undlovu no Ndasingan, between Undlovu no Mabue, one of them will have a game of their lives. One of them. It has to be one of them. Update. Facebook still has more likes than YouTube. Uste be saying, but Mina, I'm still worried about our finishing on the final third. The guys are slow and poor decisions on the ball. Yeah, you can't be a Chiefs fan and not be worried about our conversion, because we are getting a lot of chances, although some of them are not like the highest chance, the highest quality, but everyone who is a Chiefs fan will share your sentiments. Our finishing is not good enough, and it has to improve like a lot. It has to improve like a lot, because if it doesn't, we will be at the end of the game. Even me with the dreadlocks, I won't have hair. So we really need to sort that thing out, because if we don't, it's been a concern, right? It's not even the fact that it's something new. We've seen it in games over and over and over again. We've seen Chiefs failing to create and score enough of our chances that we keep on getting. So that's kind of a problem, and it needs to be addressed, because if it's not addressed right now, then every match we will be holding our breath. So I do hope that this game by Zesco is like that turning point whereby we can move from are we gonna score at least 2 goals today? But then at the same time, you have to ask yourself, are you not just happy that at least we are scoring and then not conceding? Because naloko, even that becomes a factor. We are scoring, but we are just, the problem begins if we score that goal and then you don't, and then you concede. That's when the problem starts. If you score and then you don't concede, it's not a problem. But if you score then you concede, that's where the problem comes in. So yeah, go figure. That means the thinking that the coaches have, which is defend first, attack second, because they are able, or they've been doing that, it kind of then justify the decisions that they make to keep players like Abomodi playing, because they are trying to make sure that they don't concede. Useneme is saying, Shompilo, khona yina osizakala khona mangidownload ivideo yakho ku YouTube ngoba ngiwa-downloada njalo. My brother, ma download ama video, you don't see ama adverts. So YouTube actually prefers that you watch them on the platform, because they also want to know good people saw your video and watch the adverts as well. Not full, you don't have to watch the full advert, but if we book advert video, they will just show it to you. But thank you for that. Thank you for that ukuthi you are watching the videos. Bani konje usokalisa ubuthelezi sibonge mntaka buthelezi but ke ba prefer ukuthi uyibuke so that every advert at least it appears noma uyiskipper but ivelile. Chiefs will win this game. Only Miguel is a problem maker. Ummeli is saying watching from Nongoma. Undabezitha uMageba is saying why Nkosi Ngiphile Ngcobo is sidelined because it is among the traveling squad. Mina guys, I decided to go to this year. I'm going to be that guy who's not gonna complain because I have complained a lot about changes, about things that I see being done, and then I got labeled, hey, Unampilo, you are negative, why are you, so I just now justify their decisions about coach, so that I'm negative about Chiefs. So, what people don't understand is that the coaches actually agree with, they are still the same people they were when Nabi was here. So Unabi, one thing that he said about Ungob when he was still here, he said that the physicality side of Ungobo was a problem for him, right? So he clearly said, my problem that I have with Nkosi Ngiphile is the fact that he is not that physical. So we're talking about how much distance he covers. We're talking about how strong he is on the challenge. How much he gets bullied and all of those things. So because of that, it ends up then being a case of, he's then not going to start because he does not have the physicality, especially if you are thinking about it in this competition that we are playing in, where you are going to need to be very strong, right? So I think that's the only reason why Ngobo keeps on being benched. Uguti Bambona is a good quality player who's able to keep the ball for us, but they don't see him as a player who, when it gets really tough and we need a strong challenge, that's why they even brought Bekumatlo Undlovu, because now Undlovu is one of those players, go Super Sport, who was doing that, So I think that's where it is. I think that's where it's at Tuguti. They just see him, I wouldn't want to call him weak, but not as strong as they would want a midfielder in the system who they demand sheer strength, right? Sheer physical dominance, hard running, So that's the problem that I think Ungobo ends up having with the coaches, and that is why you don't see him starting, because of the fact that he's not as strong as the other players who are playing in his position. And as Noma, I am answering your question now. So, game is about to start. The game is about to start. So we are going to see how we do in this one. A must win. It's definitely a must win for us today. It's a must win for us. Let me see if I can find another comment before we start. With those two coaches, I doubt we will win the game. Anyway, I'm a Khosi for life. The thing about the coaches is highly debated. Pumzile is saying, I think Lovo will be our man of the match. I'm sure his confidence has been boosted after a good game here on Tuesday. Uyuza, is saying, Pelo, I think Chislet is not playing, not because he's bad, but because maybe he wasn't the midfielder they wanted. Remember, Nabi and his squad wanted that Salum guy from Tanzania. Yeah, I get that, but ukhumbula ukuthi Unabi wanted Salum, but as a 10. Not as a 10. Jali wanted him as a what position is this? He wanted him as as a box to box midfielder, not as a 10. So they still wanted a 10. Yes, they still wanted a 10. So then it doesn't justify what he would have been dropped because they didn't get Saloon. It's another reason. It's a completely different reason. So yeah, it might be true vele ukuthi they did not want him as a midfielder. They wanted another midfielder. So we're just now waiting to see ukuthi and like kahle kahle, as people will say, kahle kahle kuye kwenzakalani la, what's the issue, what seems to be the problem. And the thing is, they're also not very transparent with us, the coaches, the management. No one tells us the truth ukuthi like right now there are certain players that we don't know where they are. Like there are some players that we just don't know ukuthi uzibani uselimele, like ucele, we're hearing now ucele is injured. Like, how, since when now? We thought Cele was fine all along. Oh no, he's injured. Oh, okay. And then we just have to move along with it, because in this world that we live in, when you ask questions, people are like, hey, go start your own team. You're like, guys, we need to just have culture where we can ask questions without being labeled as, oh yeah, you're just negative. So sometimes we just leave it. But to me, it doesn't make sense, the number of injuries we have, the communication from the club. It's really bad at times. Like right now, newspapers are speculating to have 8 injuries, and we only remember Sereno and Cross getting injured. Sereno against Zamalek, Cross, I forgot which match it was, but those are the 2 players we remember getting injured. The rest, I can't remember. I would be lying to you. All of them apparently got injured in training. So then, what can you say? So we just leave it and say, I buy Azibon. So let's see how Chiefs does in this one, as the teams have walked out. And I just posted the video of Pirates and Sikukune. I come from that analysis of that video. Pulemodi is very good in taking on defenders. He just needs to work on his finishing. Then we have a player there. I can't disagree with that. Pulemodi has clearly shown that he has the ability. It's just that why yes, the vote is for who do you think is gonna be man of the match. I know I've made it before the actual match. It's weird, but I thought, let's make it interesting. Let's guess the starting 11 first. I'm trying to take a picture of the players of Zesco United, and so that I can write it here and keep it here. Going to take a picture. Okay, I know on TV sometimes they are not accurate, but I will do this so that you guys can see. Yo, the stadium is so empty. It's crazy. This is madness, man. Tolu Nabalandel Pela, this is Zambia. This is not that far from home. It's a 2-hour flight, so. And I'm glad, Shemguti, even though we're mixed with teams from far away. Yeah, this is like proper emptiness. It's like if you watch a team play Princess Makoko, it's not this empty. This is not just empty, it's sad. It is sad. Zesco are wearing red. Indeed, they are wearing red. Come on, boys. Let's get it. So, Chiefs are wearing the grey kit and we're off. And they've immediately gone to their... The pitch does not look good. A pitch does not look good at all. Wow. It just looks like someone's gonna get injured, God forbid. Because it looks like the grass is too thick. Eh. Let me listen to what is being said here. Nina, you can hear my voice. Me, I am not listening to anything. Now I'm gonna lose my mind. And I wonder, Guti, with this pitch being like this, Fundo takes an early shot and Chiefs have an early corner. I wonder, Uguti, today will be tested. It's easier. It's easier to say they are injured than to give reasons why they are left behind, I guess, Petrol. Yeah, it's just that when we say things like that, people think we are crazy. But I mean, what I've learned over the past 3 years of making content about Kaizer Chiefs, I've learned that coaches, I mean, people are very sensitive. Is that a goal? We have scored already. Modi scores. Da Silva. Of course. Of course it's Da Silva. Get in Da Silva. This is what I was saying, and people thought I was an idiot. I said, keep Da Silva in the box, he will score. Look at this. Like in his natural environment, you see, he's a poacher, Umchita. Da Silva is a box striker. So if you keep him in the box, this is exactly what he's going to do. It's not surprising at all that the ball bounces around in the box and Da Silva scores. Of course he scores. Of course he's going to score. Because you see, that's a poor corner. Someone heads the ball. It's Modi who scored. It's Modi. It's actually Modi. It's not Silva. Yeah, I called it the first time. I said it was Modi. You see these cameramen. These cameramen are mad. Nah. Because I saw even if Modi missed the chance, Silva was going to score. Now I'm happy for Modi. Because he's giving us something, a goal. I saw him pressing during Lama Chitayas and Tayenza. Yeah, it's Modi. It's definitely Modi. I'm happy for Modi. He's the one who scored. You see, this is what they did. Afcon. You remember when Bafana were playing, and we, who did they show? They showed Ungezana for a mistake. Mbogazi, food, it wasn't a mistake by Mbogazi, just got dribbled. And then they showed him as well for a mistake. Kamodiba. Today they are showing Uta Silva instead of Modi. Yeah, you can already see, if you watch, you will see that it's Kaizer Mayo and Mfundo Vilakazi playing as the 210s. All right. So we are within. We've already. I am interested, Jalo guys, because I am interested to know what people think about this thing of we are now in a position where we are winning in Africa. What if? Because now the league is also looking like it's very much winnable, right? It's what would Chiefs do? Because there is that thing, Yoguti. You are a team who can win the league or are competing for a league at least. What are you going to prioritize now? But I guess the Chiefs are going all out. I hope we can manage that because it's sure as hell going to be very demanding for us to go on board France. Chiefs are still keeping the pressure on.
That one is overhit way too much on that one. Goal kick it will be.
Now this is what happens. If you play in the field like this, and most of the set piece don't go well because the player taking the ball, the boot.
Yeah, the pitch is horrible.
Under the ball. So normally all the
The
balls
pitch is really bad.
gets high.
Way by Brandon Peterson. And will be looking to pick up what will be his third clean sheet in this year's.
I'm happy that Modi Shem scored. For once now, Umtabantu, he gets. Yeah, it's Modi who scored. Sorry for that.
Two goals in the
And I did say Guti it was Modi the first time because I saw Guti that was Modi who scored. But then the commentator, the cameraman. I hope this thing just reinvigorates Umodi. Grass is too long. It's going to take a lot of energy from the legs. Crucial for the next games. That is true. That is true. That pitch is uneven, very bad. The ball isn't flowing well on the ground. And I wonder, Pela, there are two reasons for this pitch to be like this. They could have left it like this on purpose. I remember that few years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, even the camera angles, even the camera that is being used, it doesn't look like it's a quality camera. Which is weird because I think Supersport could have traveled. I think they did travel there because it's the region, same region.
both benches. But Matthews, Ndlovu, and
So that was a quick way
kick that's
to go ahead.
Zesco.
Once again, player, the defensive midfielder.
I just hope there are no injuries.
Matthews Ndlovu is
I just hope there are no injuries.
charge. Although he's on the bench today. He's not the regular coach. He's the assistant coach to Emmanuel Swale, who's a regular coach, but apparently Emmanuel Swale cannot.
Hey, like the video there by YouTube because the people on Facebook are beating you
Documentation of
with the
qualification. Swale, who is now taking over as head coach, was as an assistant to
are beating you with the likes, my people on YouTube. Like the video.
It's gonna go harmlessly wide.
Now, this is another thing that I was talking about with Chiefs. Since it's difficult to score against us, it then gives us the advantage in a way because we are very good at defending. We are very good at defending, and we've not been keeping the clean sheets by mistake. So now they are just going to try and attack and attack and attack, and we are not in a rush, man. We are not in a rush now. You can see Abo Peterson. They are already wasting time. It's not even been 10 minutes and Upisa is already wasting time. Gordon is saying, "Show Coach Bill, I saw your pre-match analysis on Facebook and now I'm home watching the game. I'm watching you from Ohis, Mpumalang. I remember you saying you'll watch when you get home. So shout out to you, Godwin. Mitch is saying Mayo is very useless. He lost the ball 10 times now. Come on, let's not use such words against people. Useless. Useless. It's a strong word. Alikeli ngigama ongalisebenzisa maybe ukuthi Mayo is wasteful. He's lost the ball 10 times. Asingadehumanizing abantu, guys. Mitch, don't dehumanize another human being. Maxwell is saying, I'm also happy for him, Umodi. He deserves a goal on his name after that incident of him and Mayo. Yo, and I was so mad when Mayo did that thing to him because I was like, this guy needed a goal. He needed a goal to perhaps launch his season. But then he just he just messed up.
Both sides have a bit of confidence coming.
Lol, he's using the ball less.
Previous matches in the domestic
Fundo. Let game learner. If it was an even better pitch, we would have an even better advantage.
The referee is given a free kick, another foul. They're getting really physical.
Like, I'm so happy.
These opening exchanges have Zesco, William Shongwe.
Playing this time around.
I just don't like the pitch. That's one thing I don't like. The pitch is too.
In fact, Vitalis
How? It looks like the.
very hard.
It looks. Yabona, if you want to get injured, this is a pitch you play in. It looks like a pitch for you to get injured.
Benedict Chepeshi was a provider of one of the two goals that Zesco scored against in a 3-2 loss to Al Masri.
And it looks like it's very hot.
That game and stormed back to make it 2-1.
Why are they looking so dark?
Lose it,
They look.
by 3 goals to 2.
They don't look grey. They look navy.
Take away.
They don't even look black. They look navy. Even the players that we know are light skinned.
To make it 3-2 through Musukuma.
Like I get about Silver Valley. They are dark skinned.
Went a goal down and then made it 1-1.
What's happening now? There's a fight.
Masri scored twice, make it 3-1.
They ripped Miguel's jersey now.
Something the referee will have to take a hold of. I think the Kaizer Chiefs players are getting frustrated with the physicality being shown by the host here.
I think Chiefs should not fall to the
Goalkeeper being
mind games that these guys are pulling because now they see that we're a better team.
now look at this. Yes, he drops the ball. Clearly it's a foul, obstructed. But now,
Why is he showing us the thing that we saw?
from the scene of the crime, that's where the problem started.
Who it was that delivered the
Yo, these camera people now, they are so inefficient.
Saw a challenge
Because why are they not showing us what happened with Miguel's jersey? Because they clearly did something to it.
rotation on both sides. Keeping in.
Brett Boy is saying this game is a must win. Hope we don't drop off. Yeah, I hope we don't let them suck us into their thing, to their nonsense. How these people fight for everything. Umzuyanda fan is asking where I'm watching the game. I'm watching it on Supersport. Supersport what? What Supersport is this? 205. I'm watching it on 205.
Sure, you'll hear from the Kaizer Chiefs coach.
We should keep our composure. We should lose. Yes, definitely.
At least the no-brain flashes and all that. But let me tell you, it's not easy for the role of the ball. Makes it difficult. Players still have got to adjust.
It's on 205. I think it's also on SABC 3. Is it? I don't know. Probably.
Qualified
If it's not on 205, it's on SABC 3 as well. It is on 205, that's for sure.
Galaxy of Botswana. They won 4-3 at home. Gosh, a 7-goal thriller. There's a change of shirt here for
Okodun is saying the pitch quality and the visual quality is also poor. Apparently, there hasn't been a South African team that won against this team at their home ground. Well, we are changing that today, aren't we? We are changing that. We are changing that. Umarabu is saying, never thought I would complain about a cameraman.
Sad
I would ever complain about a cameraman while watching a match in my life. I always complain about camera people, especially when it's the league matches in South Africa. You are watching the game in peace, and then they show Mama Joy. There is a counter attack going on. They just switch to Mama Joy. That's a chance! He scores! How? Why are we seeing Mama Joy? We want to see what's happening. Namanje lapha, they're supposed to show us how they got like hold of Miguel's shirt and ripped it off. They are showing us the free kick again. It's weird. Oguhle is saying, but CAF shouldn't allow teams to fiddle with the quality of the pitch. This reflects bad on CAF itself. Teams can't be playing in such long grass. There are regulations, Oguhle. So if it's within the required CAF regulation, let me check, for example, what's the specific CAF regulations for grass length.
16 games, only 6 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses. And
Let's check. So CAF itini grass length, the height of the grass must be maintained between 20 millimeters and 30 millimeters, and it should not exceed 30 millimeters. So 30 millimeters, that's 3 centimeters. Miguel fouled the keeper, that's why they attacked him. But it wasn't that bad. Yeah, that doesn't look like 3 centimeters. That grass, but it might be 3 centimeters in Tenga. It's a very short thing. More people are thinking Vilakazi is going to be man of the match. But Vele say I'm tired of Vilakazi. That's why most people will always. I want Vilakazi. I wonder if he knows how much he's loved. Yo, people love Vilakazi. Like a lot. Umlos is saying we've wasted 3 free kicks now. 2 by Mfundo, now Mabue. Accuracy is the difference between average teams and good teams. Do we really practice set pieces? Because even the goal that we scored, the ball kind of bubbled around and we ended up heading it and then it ended up being a goal. I'm not gonna lie, I've not seen us with a routine that has been repeated even in 2 games in a row. Right? I have a problem with that because I watch about Arsenal score goals by free kicks like every second game. They sometimes score goals from a free kick 3-4 games in a row. They don't care, that team. They know good sometimes they're not gonna score from open play. So they will just put all their effort. Upredpo is saying we love our development players. But I know our development players are loved. Like Umtutuzi we are turned, but I man. The love that Mfundo gets is crazy. I think the reason why Mfundo is loved so much as well is because of the fact that out of all the players, he's one that kind of resonates. He's a throwback in a way. Because when people think of Mfundo, they also think of the late Skarangobese. They think of Abo Miguel did well there. So most Usobinda is asking, please, will it be a problem if you let the camera face your TV so that we can see the live game? If I did that, SuperSport will make sure that this channel gets deleted. That's why you don't see people posting these videos. Go YouTube now, Facebook. If they do, YouTube, I mean, DSTV will reach out to moderators got DSTV SuperSport. They tell YouTube, hey, this channel is copying our content, is stealing our content, and then Nentebizong copyright strikes. So they will strike you once if you do it the first time. You do it again, they strike you the second time. You do it the third time, they strike you, and then the channel gets deleted. I'm explaining this to you because you asked nicely. I would love to show you the game. The problem is if I did show you the game, it's on SAPC 1 as well, when Asobinda. You can watch it on SABC One. If you don't have a TV or whatever, which I think you should have, you can download the SABC Plus app. Download the SABC Plus app and watch the game there, because it's free. It's not like DSTV who are charging us ridiculous amount of money. Well, we have DSTV now because of football, nothing else. So you can watch the game on SABC One. You can watch the game on the SABC Plus app. Go to SABC One. So yeah. So being that. Now I'm explaining ngobubuza kahle nje. Because I've seen people fight me for that. Yo, my heart. I once, when I do the match analysis videos, I once did a match analysis video of a game that was on DSTV, not DSTV, SABC One, Ibafana Bafan. So SABC is stricter than DSTV for some reason. So when they saw that video, they sent me a copyright. My heart, I was so shocked. You will see that now I've changed. Before, I used to show like a bit much of a clip, like 5 seconds of a clip.
In the Confed Cup this season for
Uh,
but he has previously
Oh, X's is saying, Ola coach, my head watch won't be fruitful here. X's, Pirates fan, you're showing your face here. I know your head watch won't be successful. It won't, because Chiefs are not losing this game. Like,
one goal in 6
the
appearances.
thing about Chiefs is, people say, oh, Chiefs are scoring 1 goal,
Too much of
but they are not scoring 2, but they also won't concede 2. Like, that's just their thing. They might concede 1, but not 2. So since they've scored 1, if there's something that is guaranteed, is that the game might end as 1-1 or 2-1 to Chiefs. The exceptions where we've considered 2 goals was against Sekukune, which is because of individual mistake, not a system error, and then again against Zamalek, not Zamalek, Al Mazrib, where it was again an individual mistake. So it's never like a system issue that has caused Chiefs to completely collapse. The team has been well set up. Just pay Showmax. It has football. Is it? Mana, whoa. Showmax as in the subscription, even for, you can use it on the Mac, on the computer, or is it just the Showmax for phones? Because I also need to record these games so that I do analysis. I'm here to support you, coach, not Kaizer. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Exis, have you watched the analysis video I posted for Pirates against Sekukune? Because I posted it just minutes after I went live here, because I know that some Pirates fans, obviously, they wouldn't care about Chiefs. If they watch them, it's for hate watching purposes. So I posted that video, yeah, Pirates, on the Cutback channel. But I think the game is never gonna be free flowing and nice, because we can't get nice things. Sposes are saying yes, there's a package. Then if that's the case, Pela, I need to cancel I will cancel it end of the month. Wait, if I cancel it now, because they've already given me a notification of their don't earn the money. Let me see when they said their don't earn the money. How much is it?
So they haven't had much time on the ball, Zesco. That's the problem here. Work from the
But I said they are collecting
bounce, but well read by
on the 27th.
Chiefs have one possession back again.
If I call them and cancel,
Finds Flagazi.
Silva,
Silva could be in
Silva,
there.
oof.
What a tackle.
that was a good tackle.
What a tackle.
Ukodun saying, show Coach Mpilo Showmax on my phone. I can access football and games, but on my TV there's no option to even watch those live games.
So Tongo, the Zambian
Yeah.
international,
Oh, that sucks.
getting stuck in there, man, who made one appearance at the
I wonder.
Nations Cup in Morocco.
Ah.
Very experienced player.
So maybe it's when Godwin. There's the mobile and PC one. That's the one I'm going to check. But I will also check the difference. Because right now, with the one that I'm using, is at home they are using the DSTV. Because now I'm not watching on TV, I'm watching on the monitor here. And then at home they are using the DSTV. Because family and then me using the same DSTV. Usobinda is saying thank you so much below you explained the showing the live match so clearly. But as long as you are nice, it's because you are nice, cause that's why I explained. Abanye khona, as some people have insulted me. Hey, there's a game winner. Stop showing us your face. I'm like, they're not even asking why. Why am I not showing the game? I'm like, yeah. So you are nice. You have good manners, and it's weird. It's not weird. It's a good thing. So shout out to you. I just checked the other channel. It says you uploaded it 15 minutes ago. I will watch it during extra time of time. There was a good through ball, yes it was, and there was a good recovery. On my Capitec app it's 200, so it's half of what I'm paying. Okay. Oh, I wonder. And then Ivo is saying below there is a package that is 150 for all devices. What bank are you using? What are you using? Because now when Usbusiso is saying Capitec app it's 150. I'm going to do it. Umlos is saying on your point, on the Supersport producers director showing us things we don't want to see during play. Why can't they do what La Liga does when they split the screen? One shows live, one show replay. It's a simple thing, right? It's really that simple. Like, why? I just don't understand, because you don't work for Supersport, but everyone, we complain about this. We know that fans are not, I don't know, they think we are more entertained by seeing other fans doing this. And by the way, there's a dark truth about fans at the stadium. The things I've seen at the stadium. Maxwell is saying on Facebook, let's not judge the players' performance today. This pitch won't help the players to display their best football. The second leg was destroying them, Bill. I agree. The ball is not going to move as smooth as we want it to. So we can't really judge how the team is playing, because this thing, I remember Bafana. You remember when Bafana played in Rwanda when we lost that game? Yes, I remember that. It sucked. And Temazwan even got injured in that match because the pitch was just not good. So I agree with you. We can't judge the players' performances today. So now what's left is for us to just, win the game. Obviously, I'm not going to say protect what we have, defend. We're a better team. Scramble with what we have even now and see if we can get more. UDSTV now Brett Boy happened by useless. Who called that analysis saying the pitch is killing us for real. It really disturbs. The thing. Let's hope for a win. Uzicwengile sitshata. Mele ngifunde more Zulu things now. Yabo lento ukuthi sekumele ngiliphinde kaningi into mangifunda isiZulu. Ngizwa kahle. Sibusiso is saying they are forcing us to play long balls because they trust themselves aerially. That's the only reason you do that. Yo guys, man, this year I'm so excited. I'm coaching under 17. I don't know why. I'm just happier. I don't know. I'm so happy. Anyways, as Pumela, Mamang Bugi Pola. Ogushle is saying, I remember that Rwanda game, the ball would get stuck in the water since it was an artificial. Right? It was crazy. Aumlos is saying, why do you start one point and continue a different one? You were saying there's a dark truth. There is a dark truth. So let me tell you. So 2023, I come back from Indonesia, and my biggest thing, Benghalen to my whole life, and then I went to UKZN in Pietermaritzburg to study, And while I was there, I think I watched Chiefs play once against Maritzburg United. Um, a prince, not a Princess Makoko. Harry Kuala Stadium, right? So I went to the stadium, but then we were not sitting like in crazy seats like up front. Okay, fine. So when we're in Indonesia, okay, I am interested in going to stadiums. I want to watch Chiefs, obviously, and do interviews after games. You know the vibes.
That's for CAF competitions.
Okay,
Different squad numbers and
so Mina initially
Fabi Silva.
I want to go sit up front, closer to the pitch, ne? Because you know it's closer to the pitch. It's probably gonna be a good view, and you know the vibes of the stadium.
The early goal.
All of those things, I'm excited about them. How? And then I get there,
With the early goal that
and then you realize, and I'm gonna call them out.
controlled the game.
Like, abo, these things happened when I was in Bombela Stadium.
On Zakaria Chilongoshi.
The wind is blowing. So I was in Bombela Stadium. We're arriving at the stadium. I go there. I sit just 3 rows behind the first one because that's where the space was. Kufike what's this branch? The famous branch. They get there and then they just push people around. Like there were people literally on the first seat, on the front row, sitting there. They arrived early, and then this branch, Atitembisa branch, they were sitting on they arrive, then they just move people. They move people, and on that day, I remember there were women be on that day, and then poor people, shame, who arrived early at the stadium, they now had to move because sebefikile phela abotembisa branch, and they are just removing people. And I saw it over and over again in FNP. It's not just them, the other branches as well. Sometimes it feels like
They'll play very quick for transition.
branch fans almost feel entitled to having the best seats or sitting up front. By the way, they are not the best seats because you don't see the full pitch if you want to watch the game properly, because there's also the technical area blocking your view. But it just happens. They remove everyone and they just don't care. They just don't care. They will just do what they want. And I think you once saw it as well with Mama Joy on TV. She was doing this thing like holding her face and facing the camera, waiting for the camera to turn to her. And then this kid started like waving at the camera or something, and then Mama Joy removed the hand of the kid. Like, that's how desperate some of these people are to be on TV. Like, they will go to the ends that you never expect people to do, Guti. They will just remove people, they don't care. And funny thing, what I've also heard is the cameramen, some cameramen, you will see on TV, watch when Chiefs are playing. There are people that you know will always be shown on TV every single week. If Chiefs are playing on a Tuesday, they will show the same people. And kunabantu that you know that are even on social media who will fake emotions just so that the camera can come to them. Because I remember this thing when I was in Atteridgeville as well. Chiefs were playing Sundowns, and I was sitting on the front row again. Arrived early because at least the Atteridgeville it's higher, so you can see. Like, even if you're in the front row, you can see what's happening. And then the cameraman comes across and then he says, "Hi, you guys are not singing, you're not doing anything, so the camera is not gonna come to you." I'm like, oh, so that's why those guys are doing what they do, because they know that if you move, if you sing, if you know, and do all of those things, that's how you invite the camera to come to you. So we just watch people abuse other people so that they can have their 10 seconds of fame at the, you know, at the expense of other people. So I don't like that. I don't like that about stadiums. Godwin is saying there's actually 2 apps that I know. Those 2 you can watch football anywhere, anytime you want. Just subscription of 160 per month. It's just that those apps don't have Nguni languages. What apps are those, Godwin? Pluggers. Pelo 160 is better, much better. is 300 rands cheaper than low 479 that I'm paying for DSTV Compact per month. If when I had the same experience in the derby, they do that. Those people do that. They will remove you. They don't care. They don't care. Autaviso Munare is saying, the long balls are killing us. We need another goal to kill the game. Yeah. And have you seen what the ball is? There is just no direction. Because even then, you would expect a team that took us to a stadium that is useless to be able to utilize this.
The one thing Zesco are doing very well, they're not allowing the Chiefs
Ampilo, which subs would you make second half?
very difficult. You need
Since this game is not allowing Umfundo, for example, to play, I would probably take him off second half because the game is going to get even more physical from here. So I would probably take Umfundo off and bring on Ulilepo, but not immediately, not at half time. Because I think the only thing that's going to happen from now on, these guys are just going to get even more physical. I would even go as far as to finish the match with just making one sub of Mfundo because of the reasons that I said. We need more physicality. And also what these guys are going to do second half, they are just going to spam a lot of crosses into the box because they trust their physicality.
Play out under pressure there from Mawoye. Silva with a translated no one in particular.
And by the way, I'm not saying I would take off Mfundo because he's bad. I'm saying I would take off Mfundo because of he Pilo, did you see Miguel's eyes? He looks like he was in a boxing match with Mike Tyson. Why are you so shocked? Why are you so shocked to Miguel looks like he was fighting? He was with Spusis was saying, yeah. As I said, I would take off Mfundo not because he's bad, but because the game is, I think, is a bit too physical for his taste. But not now, not at half time. Maybe give him 15-20 minutes. Our Brad Boy is saying Chiefs needs to step up. They are starting to drop off. It's hot, my guy. It's hot. And the coaches are telling them to fall back, maintain shape. Because if we engage in this constant up and down with them, we might actually be in trouble. Operator Boy is saying we need to hold the ball more. I like the direct marking says Ulwazi. They must be uncountable. There is have you noticed what's the word? There is in fashion, for a lack of a better term. There is in fashion these days. Gasparini started the whole thing. Do you know Gasparini? The guy who coaches Atalanta. He's the one who started with this whole thing. Not started, but he's the one who reinvented it and just made it a talking point again. Just man marking everywhere. And now everything is Ushumelo is complaining about Silva. Umlos is saying it looks like Kaizer is in charge of league games, interviews, and Khalil is in charge of competitions. I wonder if they have the final say on decisions in their respective games. That would be great. The coach is making subs 5 minutes before the halftime. This is a stupid thing. Unless they score a goal, then it won't be stupid. It's still stupid. Why just not wait for halftime? You have 5 minutes, you are in control of the game, and you are wasting a substitute. You are killing your team. Some coaches don't think things through. Where people from YouTube, I think, let me check. Yes, the people on Facebook are still beating you in terms of likes. They have 50 more likes than you. My people on YouTube, you are 50 likes behind. So do the things. Like the video.
So
I think the coach of Zesco
but,
is
William,
seeing
so
what.
let's see if
Let me
the
see who was
coach
saying
makes
this.
the changes.
Yeah. It's a very
Brad Paul was saying
yeah,
we need to
crucial
step
moment
up.
into it
I
because
think
if
what is
they go
happening now
out into an
uh,
outfield, they're playing
is what you were saying, good team.
before he makes the changes, but
Chiefs are
his
under a
government
bit of pressure,
remains on the first half
so
because
this
we've got
coach
additional time.
is probably smelling blood and he wants
This
to
one
take,
to chat momentarily there. That's
what's
one
the
of the
word?
players
He
that are
wants
getting
to
it.
take
So 4 goals in the domestic
advantage
league.
of the
Looking
current
for
situation that
big clubs
Chiefs are
as
in,
well this season. That's same on the board.
whereby they are
It's a
being
foul.
attacked.
Free kick
Just a bit.
foul on Aiden McCarthy. Ball flicked in towards Brandon Peterson, who hasn't had a
Yeah. Hukwinika is trying to go long. And these guys are not allowing us to do anything aerially because they are taller than us, so that makes sense.
make the keeper do some work as we approach half time and maybe get on level terms. It's wide.
These guys are not threatening us. Have you noticed that? There's no threat that's coming on. Aulerat is saying what's happening with Silva. I don't know. Ushumel is saying this thing of not using natural left back is a problem because Makat is getting eaten offensively and defensively. Mlosh is saying those subs were out of desperation. He's not smelling any blood. Aupela, here's the thing. He's seeing his team being on the ascent. And he's thinking that if he does not make the subs now, Chiefs will probably see and stop the bit of a threat that they are having. I think that's why. Sbusis was saying most of our players don't know how to position themselves. Yeah, you will be surprised at how much this is a problem for a lot of players.
Shepherded that one back to Brandon Peterson. But the attacker, I think, was well within his rights as well to keep the pressure on.
Utabi Somnar is saying, Bill, how do you feel about playing through the middle for the second half?
And also, I think Miguel, I don't like it when a defender decides on the goalkeeper. It's the goalkeeper that has full view of the situation in front of him. He's the one that sees if there's a chance to get to the goal. Yes? So he's committing the goal.
I'm trying to think.
Look at how long it takes him. That was dangerous.
Miniver did well to put the pressure apply.
Weird enough, here's what I believe. I am not a coach who believes that the ball should always go through the middle, especially when the situation does not allow. If you can use width to create gaps in the middle, then stretch the pitch first and then still overload the middle. Like for example, they are doing that in some sense. We have Villagas and Mayo as 2 10s, we have Mabue and Lovu as the double sixes. So in a way you are sucking them in so that you can create space for Modi and Solomons. So if these guys stay compact in the middle, then we send the ball wide. And once we send the ball wide and then they move outside to try and win the ball, now there's space that's created. So for Chiefs, that's what, especially in this field, I don't want to make mistakes in the middle right now with a team that's going to be likely more aggressive. Yes, I think the ball should be down on the ground. We should play more on the ground, but I don't think that go through the middle from our build-up, because I've not seen that composure in our players to trust them. Right. They added 2 minutes. Did they add two? They just added one. Oh,
minute.
okay.
Haven't had a great many stoppages in this first half.
So angazi noma ngiyakuphendula
Rightly, they
what
say
I'm
again,
saying.
a lot of attacking intent, especially from
Tabis was saying, like, try put the ball to the ground.
The goals.
Yeah, putting the ball to the ground, I definitely agree with you.
The only time that they look
Because long balls, the reason why I don't like long balls is that
excellent
they require a lot of technicality as much as it looks simple. Because teams who play long balls, it's in the hope that
Last-ditch tackle.
we win the header, the first ball, and the second ball. So if we don't win the first and the second ball, then what hope do we have?
Terms here.
Right? Then that means now there's a transition.
Caught in possession.
And if there's a transition,
When dispossessed,
remember when you kick the ball long, we also try to send players closer to the person with the ball so that we can play on the second balls.
Arisol, Norris Arisol,
So
brings
halftime,
the first half to an end, and it's Chiefs that lead by a goal to nil.
So it's
here at the
halftime,
Levi Mwanawasa
and
Stadium.
it's been a game that I think someone punched Miguel. Maxwell. Rabona, you are keeping your tabs on Miguel. And who's punching him? Someone punched Miguel. I didn't see Edward punch Miguel. When did this even happen? When did this even happen? So it's halftime. It's halftime. It's, it's one of those where it's a continental game and we're not going to expect pure dominance as long as we can hold our own, hold our shape, maintain discipline, we're gonna be good. Right? That's one thing that you also think about in Africa. Are we disciplined enough? Are we doing the right things? So that's what we're doing right now. We're defending, and that's what the game requires of us. That's what the game requires. Umlos is saying there's a new marketing strategy that teams are using. Marketing or marking? Attacking Chiefs like Zesco CEO and his comments, or attacking, what better way to grow your brand than to start some beef with Kaizer Chiefs? The best thing is to ignore. What did the Zesco CEO say about Chiefs? Why would he even have something to say about Chiefs? He's up. It's not that up there, but he's in Zambia or in South Africa. There is literally zero reasons why he would be even attacking us. What did he say? Now I'm curious. Ukift is saying Da Silva and Vilagazi are the weakest link in the starting lineup. Not in a bad way though. What do those two guys have in common? They are attacking players. And one thing, let me see who wrote that comment. One thing that you need to understand, Gift, that I keep on saying is, with Miguel, I am in, not Miguel, Uta Silva, I'm under no particular false impressions that Mnandi on the ball. And I will never sit here and claim Uta Silva Mnandi on the ball is great. No, he's not good on the ball. He scores goals. He knows how to position himself. He needs supply so that he can score. That's it. That's it with Da Silva. So the thing of using him to link up play is always going to backfire, and it's going to, for a lack of a better term, expose him, because that's not his game. If you're going to ask Da Silva to be a link up player, you're going to have problems. So the thing of, it's like saying, take Mfundo Vilakazi and say, let the tallest guy mark him. Right? So if the tallest guy marks him and you play him these balls that are going to require contesting them and duels, we have a problem. Because if that guy is tall, even if Mduduzi or Mfundo tries to dribble past that person has a longer stride. So he's going to catch up and win the ball. And then the poor kid will look like he sucks. But it doesn't. It's because are we setting up our team in such a way that we expose, or rather enhance, that's the word I'm looking for. We enhance their strengths and hide their weaknesses. So if Silva keeps on playing with his back to goal, that's a problem. He's always going to lose the ball, or more times than not. More times than not, he's going to fail to trap, and then he's going to lose the ball. What's the solution? Have someone else do that for him, play the ball into space for him. He's then going to score. That's why. Ngalik Facebook, Utando is saying, I don't see the use of Kaizer Mayompelo. He always loses the ball. The other thing with Natando that I agree with you is that, of course, if you are playing against a team like Zesco, any team, what's the primary thing that the team will do? What's the primary thing? Make sure that there's no space in the middle. But number two, Kaizer Mayo is now being played primarily as a 10. Right? He can do that, but he's better as a right winger. He's better as a striker. But if he's the primary 10, that's not his job. So once again, it goes back to what I'm saying about Silva. You are exposing a player who's good on the ball now in Kaizer Mayo, but good on the ball when he gets it how. You know, there are players, like even at the highest level of football, watch Arsenal, their game is playing now at 6, Arsenal and Man United at 6:30. Watch how Declan Rice receives the ball for Arsenal. He doesn't receive the ball with his back to goal. And we're talking about a player here who cost 1.8 billion rands. You understand? Right now at Chiefs, I think the most expensive player we have is probably market value wise, probably Mfundo Nomduduzi, Nabo Thabo Cele, Nabo Eden Makati. But at most, teams would pay 20 million rands for those players. Now, our expensive midfielder would cost 20 million. And they would struggle with turning with the ball when the area is congested. So then, if a player like Declan Rice, who costs 1.8 billion rands, why would we expect a player who is not 20 times cheaper, but 400 times cheaper? I hope my math is right. It's not 20 times, it's not 40 times, it's not even 100 times, because that would be 200 million. It's almost 200 times, because it's 1.9 billion. So the quality that we possess, and you expect them to play like that. So what teams have usually done, I don't know if anyone knows about the Desabian S, not S, but S. So how teams are doing, what teams do to make sure that we make it in such a way that the team that we're playing against, can I show it? If I can show it, let me open the tactical board so that I can show you what I'm talking about and not just talk about it. Let's talk about it. New, I want to show you something. The staggering. I want to show you something. Okay. Let us show you. Let me share the screen. Window. This is the window I want to show. It's showing this side. I have to show it on this side as well. Right. You ain't gonna say too much. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So if this is Chiefs, and this is how Chiefs are playing. If you want to progress the ball, for example, Chiefs are building with the back three when they have the ball. Okay, fine. The right back goes here, and then these three are building. They have the ball here, and then our 10 is inverted. Our 9 stays here. Our left winger, which is Umodi, he stays wide, and then our 6 and our 8 are like this, and then this is how our players are. So what Chiefs are trying to do, or should be doing, if they want this guy who's playing as a 10, Ukain Samayo, to play the ball, is have Mfundo Vilakazi either be ahead of him, so that when the ball comes from this side, right, if the ball comes from, let's say, him, and Nangu Gelo, he's marked, Mfundo Vilakazi. If Mfundo Vilakazi is marked and the ball comes to him, what is Mfundo Vilakazi going to do? He lays the ball off to him, so that now when he receives the ball, he's playing facing the front. But you see the smallest tweaks, if he's here and he receives the ball here, that means now when he plays the ball, he's playing it this way, which means this guy will have to be facing Mfundo. And if Mfundo is ahead of him, then when you are playing a bounce ball back, then you are now getting the ball attacking space. It could be the same situation with Da Silva. Da Silva is receiving the ball, he's here, and he's the one who's marked. And Yenage, he's not even good with playing these layoffs to Ama number 10-8 who are playing behind him. So if he tries to play a layoff, there's usually too much pressure from behind. So rather than have him play like that, rather, as I said, have Umtutuzi or Mfundo Njalo be the one who's going to lay the ball off to this one, because even though Emagiwe, even if Ukain Samayo is marked in this case, even if Kain Samayo is marked, right? Even if Kain Samayo is marked, Usilva cannot be receiving the ball with his back to goal and bouncing it off. But rather, if the ball has been played 1, 2, 3, and then low, he plays a through ball, low attacking baller, and then he shoots. Because if we continue forcing players who are not comfortable on the ball, with, in the case of Silva, if you continue forcing him to face the ball, he's not going to do anything for us, and we're going to continue blaming him. So we need to play to the strengths of our players and not play to the strength of the system, because this thing of coaches marrying their systems is the reason why Ruben Amorim does not have a job today. Upi's Nika Lapagu Facebook is saying putting the ball on the ground won't work so easily. We need to consider the fact that the pitch is heavy, so the ball does not move fast. They are a physical team and very pace up front. See, that's a problem we have now. We are stuck between the rock and a hard place. If we play it high, they're still gonna beat us. If we play it on the ground, the secondary problem that we have is that now they are also very, what's the word? They are also very good on the ground is working against us. So we have two problems. Umatib is asking who scored. It's Pulemodi who scored the goal. Tabiso already answered. Tumelo is asking Silva almost got a goal through Villa but was cleared. Yes. Umlos is saying, he said that Kaizer Chiefs are better and have been the customer of Zesco and they can win home and away. Oh, really? I saw that. Upizinj. Uchika is saying, hope you are well. Why is the sound quality so bad? Is the sound quality bad? Let me check. Let me listen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Huh? Something happened. Oh. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I'm realizing now I've been using the wrong mic. Oh, my days. So all this time, I did not realize that I was using a wrong microphone. Let me check there on Facebook. What am I using? Oh, on Facebook, I'm using the right thing. Damn. And I heard it the first time, there was something wrong. But then I chose to ignore it for whatever reason. I checked the monitor and then I didn't hear. Because it was... Yeah, we're still leading, Eunice. Mr. Mpilo Sharp defends a Khosi. Mabue Chan is saying, Mpilo, on your next analysis. Is the sound better now? I'm sure the sound is better, people on YouTube. Funny enough, Facebook was getting good sound all along, and YouTube was getting horrible sound because it was the laptop that was picking me up. But somehow it was still fooling me into believing that the sound was good enough. Damn. It's good now, yeah. Mabas is saying, below the next analysis, would you please update us on Chislet? Is there a reason why he's not featuring in the team? Okay, you want me to tell you the truth? Someone, I won't say who, but I have been informed by my source somewhere, Uguti, the players that were told are injured, not all of them are actually injured. So there are reasons that we don't know that are making Chiefs to not field certain players, reasons that they won't tell us. So even about Chislet, there is a reason which I do not know, but there is some reason why he's not playing. So yeah, there is nothing that I can say, my brother, because I do not know what's the story with him. I know the story about some players who are said to be injured, but I know that he's not. So yeah, that's the problem that we find ourselves with right now. The half is back, by the way. Ngisabhizi mina ngiyathithiza la. So Uvuyo is asking, when are we coming to your studio for away games? Hey, I did a thingy. It ended up being my place because initially I had a studio, and then I just decided to incorporate the studio to pay the same rent for the flat and studio. So now it's a bit tricky because of Oguti. You don't know what intentions other people have. So what we're going to do is, if this is the Vuyo, this is the Vuyo that I met at the stadium, Mangit. I have been trying to get some people that I know so that those people I can bring to my place, because then I have known them for a while. Let me read this comment. Yeah, Lilepo has come on. As I said, like, I can coach Chiefs at this point. You remember what I said? I said Mfundo will be I would take off Mfundo, bring on Lilepo ngadlala. Hey, Pastor Zebetu Katu Ngono no coach. Yeah, they brought on Lilepo obviously because of that, but they also brought on Munyane. They made a double sub. Oh, okay. Our Biz is saying we need to try play it over them, not through them, and if we don't win the first ball or get the right pass, then we try win the second ball. If not that, we press them right there on the more of a high press with a high line, which was seemingly what we're doing 25 to 30 minutes. Then we started falling back. Yeah, that's always the simple thing to do. If you can't win the first ball, win the second ball. Right? It sounds sometimes like, oh yeah, of course win the second ball. But it's a thing that we're not doing. We are not winning the second ball, we are not winning it at all. By a header on their own, and then the second ball is won by them. So that needs to be fixed. You sound better now, Khosi. Alpelumo. Yes. They've already made the subs. They've brought on Lilepo and Monyane, which is something that Ega Solomon's, because his position is demanding, he's working the full length of the pitch. It makes sense why he was brought on. It also makes sense why why Mfundo was taken off. As I already said, it's all about the. Actually, I thought Mfundo was taken off. It wasn't Mfundo. It's Mayo who was taken off. Huh. So now Mfundo is playing as a 10. I didn't see that initially. I did not see that initially. Okay. I can't complain, but it's one of those things now that you have taken off a player because you played him in the wrong place to begin with. You played him in the wrong place to begin with. So there are your subs. You played him in the wrong place. He did not perform as you wanted him to. So now you are taking him off. And the unfortunate thing that I'm starting to feel with this thing of Kaizer Mayo being played out of position. Please like the video on YouTube. Please like the video as well on Facebook. I'm saying one thing that I'm struggling with is that with Kaizer Mayo constantly being played out of position or coming on in the second half, it's going to end up looking like he's a bad player and agcine sign Pirates and then he goes to Pirates and then he cooks. Because he's here at Chiefs on loan. Upilik is saying, thank you, Mpilo, for you make us feel like we're watching the match. Good job. Thank you. What's happening now? There's another fight. There's another fight again. I said this first half. What Zesco will try to do, they see Uguti we beat them in terms of like tactically or even quality wise. Chiefs are better. That's Chiefs are a better team here. But these guys are constantly trying to start fights because they know that if they can get in our heads, what's then going to happen is we probably start performing badly, right? So that's what they are thinking. Uhlumelo is asking which subs do I think should be made. Yeah, they've already made the subs. They've already brought on Lilepo for Mayo. Uyunis is asking me to show the game. I explained earlier in the stream I cannot show the game because SuperSport will report me and then YouTube will give me a warning and then I will have a problem. So you can watch it on SAPC One though. You can download the SAPC Plus app and then watch it on SAPC One if there's no TV. But you can also just watch it on TV if there is a TV. If not, then just download it. The app is not that big. I think it's like 50 megabits. I told you, these guys are trying to start trouble. This Zesco player just went and like 7 minutes after the half starts, he's just trying to start trouble. He goes to Peterson's water bottle, he takes it, he drinks it. Like, it's crazy. He's just drinking his water. I get that players sometimes will share, but no, he's doing it on purpose. He's just trying to annoy Chiefs. He's just trying to annoy him. They are trying to rile us up, and because they can see Guti, they are not winning. No, they know that they are not winning the other things, football wise. So they are going to try and do other things to get in our heads. So, yeah. Who would have thought that Pule Modi would score a goal today? Right? It's crazy. And the drop off in energy, the drop off in energy is Usbusiso is asking me, Pilo, can I ask, what do you think of Junior Kanye's analysis? Wow, controversial question. Oh man, asking me about Junior Kanye. I I don't watch his videos. If I can count the number of videos that Junior Kanye that I've watched, it's either I've seen it from clips, and then I think what I notice is, and I've noticed that even in people who listen to him a lot, is that with Junior Kanye, he has a certain way that he prefers football, but also he doesn't have the full understanding of some of the things that he says. Like, do you know that there's a difference between, you obviously know, there's a difference between a philosophy, game model, game plan. So he will always be questioning what's the philosophy of the coach. While you clearly see the philosophy of the coach, Uguti, this coach believes in, because what philosophy is, what does the coach believe in? Okay, the coach believes in the fact that, okay, for example, Cardoso, the one coach that a lot of people are asking, what is his philosophy? He's a pragmatic coach. He believes in defense first, make sure the team is solid defensively, but also when you attack, when you can win the game, you can win the game and then think about defending, how to avoid conceding goals. Okay, we're going to make sure, like on Friday, once they scored their goal and they were leading 2-1, he went into playing a back five, with back three, because Umtao was now playing with Kekana and Cupido. But then he considered a goal. Even though it was 2-2, instead of him fixing that, he still brought on another defender when Cupido got injured. Which showed to me, Guti, it seems like his belief is that defense first, let's make sure we don't concede, and then go forward. But also at the same time, he is a coach who believes in being position heavy, like keeping the ball, controlling the ball. But when they lose the ball, they are not that aggressive in their press because, again, he believes in defensive solidity. If you ask, for example, what was Nabi's philosophy? Nabi's philosophy was simple. Aggression. We are aggressive as possible. We press high. We are vertical. When we get the ball, we try to go forward. All of those things. And then, if a coach, for example, let me make an example Kabelo Dlamini, because I once watched a video of Junior Kanye where he was talking about Kabelo Dlamini is not being played at Pirates. He should be played instead of Macau. I'm like, why would you take a player who came to Pirates mostly as a 10, but now is being played as an 8? But if you look at him and his attributes, he's more of a player who is, the Nkosimpile Ngcobo type player. He's good on the ball. But when we lose the ball, what does he do? He's not going to offer you anything. So for a team that requires everyone to run around and work as hard with the ball as they do without the ball, it then makes no sense. Make well got a yellow card for what? So that's the problem that I have with Junior Kanye. He views the game in a way that it's 2001 ukuthi nabadlali abangeke bamake, players who are special and there are players who should work and there are players who shouldn't. But it doesn't work like that. You'll get destroyed in modern football if you think you should play all your star players. Teams must have balance. Like you'll hear him complaining about, let me see, what else did I hear him complaining about? I think there was a time where he wanted Calvin Johnson to come and coach Chiefs. And he said if we had Calvin Johnson, would win the league. Johnson came to Chiefs, he didn't do squat. I don't know what he said after that. So that's it. I'm done with him. It's just, I think his views about football are kind of outdated, but people eat it up because he's a former footballer who they loved. So, yeah. Tabiso Munare is saying, oh, Mlos is saying, our problem is the gap between our front four and the rest of the team. That's why we're losing so many balls. Our double pivot cannot support a single pivot to sit in front of the back three and play double eight. But that's gonna be risky. That's gonna be risky, man. I don't think Chiefs will want to commit more numbers forward with a goal, especially. They can play a system. Mtutuzi is coming on for Umfundo. Mtutuzi is coming on for. The score is still 1-0 to Kaizer Chiefs. Shabalala is coming on. I can't say I'm surprised with this change. I thought it was going to happen at halftime, if I'm being honest. It came on the 61st minute. So Shabalala is come on for Mfundo. You see, coaches make calmer decisions when they are playing away from home because there are no fans to tell them what to do. I heard the thing that people have been saying about which coach is in charge of which game. I want to believe that. No, I don't want to believe that. I want to see that, but I also don't see that. I don't even know what I'm saying. I think that they might make it appear like one is in charge of this, one is in charge of that. Which I don't think would be a good idea, because what happens then if we're training for the CAF Confed? That means Khalil is in charge. And then if we're playing the league, Kaizer is in charge. So that means if it's Khalil's 10, players listen more to him. And then if it's Kaizer's, I don't know. Mr. Nice Guy is saying, I'm smelling a goal. We're too relaxed. Tavis is saying, this thing of just relaxing after only one goal must stop. Now it's like we are under pressure, and if this team score, the game is wasted. And remember, we've not shown much threat since that penalty. That goal that we scored. Umlos is saying Junior Kanye likes a specific type of football, not football itself. That's the problem with him. He doesn't appreciate the genius in other ways of playing football. Yeah, it's one thing that I was saying when I hear people saying, because one of the things I've heard from him is, if you don't have a technical midfielder, something like that, you're not gonna be a good team. And I'm like, but Liverpool didn't have technical midfielders when they won the league. They just had hard running midfielders. Like, they just had hard running midfielders and very good wingers and very good fullbacks. They were playing most of their things wide. Their chances were coming from wide. So that was my thing. That was my thing, Uguti. Bye-bye. My sister is leaving, but I'm on a live. So, bye-bye. Love you. So, there is that thing, Yoguti, the belief of we should always go central is outdated. If, like, it's 101. Look at the pressing shapes that teams make. I will tell you the three most famous ones. Teams will press in a 4-4-2. Why? Because the two strikers also block passes into the middle. Teams press in a 4-2-4. Again, there's 4 people central, and then the right midfielder and the left midfielder are pressing wide. There is a 5-2-3, or it can be a 5-3-2. Again, very narrow, making sure the ball doesn't go through the middle. But then with the back 5, we are also making sure that you are addressing width. So where are you going to play the ball in the middle in that case? You're going to end up congesting the midfield so much that you won't have anyone in wide. Like, it's something that you are taught, coaching 101, width and depth. You must have width, you must have depth. You can't have depth because it's easy to defend. If you are just all your players are in the middle, then we know where to be. So, yeah. My people on YouTube, let's like the video. Me too. I think we need to score a goal. Kushutabiso Monare. The thing that I'm most sad about right now is the fact that I'm not watching Aston Villa. Like, I love watching Aston Villa. Like, I just love Unai Emery. The way he coaches his team, it makes my heart it makes my heart so happy. Like, that's the only downside of watching Chiefs right now, Guti. I could be watching Aston Villa. Man. Utavis was saying, I don't know if it's always me or what. Mara Chiefs hardly looks threatening, and that's what I feel we lack. Teams have to fear us. Yeah, in the show, was it last week? I don't know. I was talking about the fact that we kind of play with the handbrake on. We are a team that plays the ball, but we look like, who's coming on? Mabas. We look like there is that element of let's not concede. And I think that idea, it comes from the fact that we lost a lot of games last year that we shouldn't have lost. Mabo is coming off and Mabaso is going on. Tulan touch Maba. So still 1-0 to Kaizer Chiefs. And then on the 68th minute, Mabaso goes on for Mabu. Yeah. Mabaso is now a permanent feature in this team. He got like 10, how many minutes? 15 minutes midweek. And now he's getting more. He's really being trusted. I'm happy about that. Definitely happy about that. They have ego, Jesus. Say Akora all of a sudden. Umlos is saying it's funny how we say a player imnandi just because of a swagger they have on the ball, and players don't have the swagger, they are not comfortable on the ball. Yeah, angithi ilento bengisho ukuthi most players are seen as bamnandi because they give either a throwback thing to Abuskara Ngobese and all of those players, Abu Chabupule, Uguti, hayi madoda, he's arrogant, he can take people on. So mnandi, that's what is seen as important, right? That's what is seen as important in our football. Because Ukros, I remember even, I think Ukros was once criticized even by Yenu Junior Kanye. And I kept on saying, no, man. Ukros wide in play, man. Yo, I defended Ukros. In the defender on Ukros last season. I'm you just like Ukros. defender. Wavuka umuntu wabantu towards the end of the season, and he's been great even now. And even beginning of the season, he was never that bad. It was just that a player can have bad moments, and then people decided to be critical towards him. And I've always believed in him, and I know that he will continue performing. DJ Fires is saying Unai Emery is a genius, good technician. He's brilliant, and he's so good. Undi Kokele is saying, Lapo Mina, I love watching Newcastle United. I love watching Newcastle as well. I love watching Newcastle. They are very intense. They play. Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali La Peswin. And then you sprinkle a bit of a Jolinton. Oh, Jelawen. No Jolinton Iglaling, but he knows ball as well. And then Tonali, every type of pass you'll get there. They just have a very good midfield. Utabis is saying it's like we're hesitant to dominate. The thing with dominating, the reason why teams choose the easy way out, which is just kick the ball or defend, is because there are trade-offs, right? There are trade-offs in everything that you do. You choose to attack, that means you're going to leave space at the back, most likely, or somehow, because obviously you will. You choose to go long. You are not sure about the accuracy of the passes you're going to be making. You are not sure of you are not sure if you're going to win the first ball, the second ball. But most teams decide to just do that. Utlumelo is saying Kaizer Chiefs is not passing the ball at all. Morris is saying Pilo. Yeah, we're not passing the ball. And I wonder if that instruction also came. You know what? Just do it. Just kick the ball, because it's going to be very pointless to try and play. It's either you're going to lose it, or even Aiden McCarthy looks dark-skinned with these cameras. There isn't enough light. Is it how the stadium is built, or is it what? Because it's not allowing enough light, or the cameras are so low that they are not enhancing things. You know, I want to see this theory that people are proposing, Uguti. The coaches taking turns in running the team. Ngifuna ukubona in our next game on the 28th. Uguti, the 28th is on Wednesday. Yeah. Against Galans, Uguti, who's going to be standing? If it's Kaizer, then I'm sure Uguti, they are taking turns. Tavis was saying Zesco is starting to come to the party, and that worries me. Usnizo is saying Chiefs is allowing Zesco to play. They are. Look at where they are, Chiefs. They are dropping deeper and deeper. They are not trying to concern themselves. Umbrava. We are just seeing their kits and boots. Exactly, we don't see their faces. It's just, oh, that one is wearing blue boots. Okay, Mikwel is wearing pink boots. Kuneka is wearing white. Monyan is wearing the green ones. So we are tracking with the color of their boots. Oh, Lilep. Umlos is saying, remember the Chiefs has 5 games in 13 days, right? They've to box smart. As soon as they come back, they have Marumo in Free State. And 3 days later, Durban versus Zesco. Yeah, manje vele they are not going to expand too much energy. They are going to just try and sit deep. Andy Kokele is saying they are taking turns, Billy. You will see it will be because they've been doing that. I've not noticed, because in my head I've always thought they plan everything together. So even on match day, they're probably, I thought they will probably just, plan everything together and take turns in who gets to stand up now and who gets to sit down. I also wonder if, since those seats in the pitch are reflecting the sun, maybe that's messing with the cameras. If that's the case, shouldn't have they've put the cameras on the other side? But then again, it depends on where the media side where you can put the cameras is. It looks so hot, and there's some people who are sitting right in the middle of that. I will check. He thinks he can score from there. What a stupid thing to do. He knows, right, that keeper has kept 10 clean sheets in the season. And he thinks he's going to shoot from 35 yards. Not 35, 40. Utabeso is saying that's how we got so many draws in the league. It's this thing of stepping off the pedal after one goal. We draw a lot of games we should have won. That's true. Umpendulo is saying Nampilo CAF just poor cameras. But then this does not make sense. You would think that I'm trying to look at this thing. I'm saying you would think that since this is a bigger competition than the PSL, DSTV or whoever, I think it's SABC who have the rights, would work with better cameras. Because I've seen, even when I'm watching even a game in PSL, if it's on SABC or I'm watching it on SABC, the quality usually seems lower than that of, because they get the feed, even Super Sport, I think they get the feed from SABC because they don't have rights. Ukanal is not in charge of the rights. Untlanda is asking Pilo, why Umodi engakhishwa? Because Chiefs are now defending. And since like the 30th minute, Chiefs have never looked like they were going to try and attack. So Velumodi is now giving them what they want him to do for the most part. Because he has energy. He works really hard. So they're not going to take him off. Uvelepai might work and do things, but I don't think at this point they would take him off. I think they are done with the subs. You know what's weird? Usilva is being played as a right winger. When I saw this like 5 minutes ago, I thought they were swapping with Lilepo a bit, but no, Usilva is actually staying on the right. And I get the reason why they are doing that slightly. It's what I was explaining halftime, Guti. You want your players who are not comfortable on the ball to not receive it with their backs to goal. They are trying to have Ulilepo, who's better on the ball, to receive the ball and then play it for Silva, and then Silva can attack. That's why they are doing it. It might not make much sense, but when it comes off, then you can see. I think Khosi is saying, do you think Chiefs can handle Orlando Pirates? Before yesterday, I thought Chiefs couldn't. I thought no one could handle Pirates before yesterday's game. But then Wadu made a mistake of stepping off. Yeah, they just brought on Batman for Silva because they were never going to take off Umchita. They were never going to take off Pulemod. The score is still 1-0. The score is still 1-0 to Chiefs. They've brought on Batman for silver. So yeah, as I was saying, one thing that I thought before yesterday was our Pirates are just too good. No one can stop them. But now I'm seeing that man, now but they go to sleep sometimes. They go to sleep. If they are playing against a well organized defense, they fail to do the things like they did yesterday. They failed. Batman has come on. So yeah, I think Chiefs can handle Pirates. If it was just purely tactical, Pirates look better. But since there are also dynamics of it being a derby, then they definitely can. Loss is saying, I think they both coach in all competitions. Just that maybe if there's a disagreement in certain decision, one coach might have the final say depending on the competition. Which sucks, right? Which would really suck because imagine you see that, man, you should be taking off, say, Makat, but the other guy is like, nope, it's my game, so we're taking off the right back. Usneez, oh boss is saying, I'm not sure what's going on in this match. It's like Chiefs don't have people in the middle who can dictate the game, like how Ngobo and Ele. Da Silva doesn't get the feeding he needs. And West, they played him right winger towards the end of the game. So, for their reason. Uhlumelo is saying we get the ball and just kick the ball away and pray it lands on Kaizer Chiefs player, this team. People are not happy, Shem. Ulucha is saying, I wonder why they look like they are wearing heavy boots the way they are playing. It's the pitch as well. The pitch is also, the pitch is not conducive as well. The pitch is also not conducive. Tavis was saying, Pilo, how do you feel about this, about starting to defend one goal lead in the first half? Guys, I've told you this before about the coaches. It's just that now, if I say anything else, I've said all I need to say about the coaches. They are desperate to win. They want to win with everything in them. So if there is a chance of winning and they see it, they will seize it. They will do everything. Like they've scored a goal. What do you think they're going to do? It's Africa. Teams don't really score much in Africa. So are they going to risk attacking? No, they're not. So they are not going to risk going forward at all because then if they did that, then they are risking conceding. So that's why they're defending. That's why they're defending. Mina, what I feel is that, Uguti, their main thing is let's defend, let's win the game, or more importantly, let's not lose the game. We're surviving because Zesco is bad at set pieces. Yeah, they are very bad. I think it's time for Luke. My take on Silva's position is to allow him to build the top of the diamond for pressing purposes since he is still fresh. But now you'll also, if since this team is playing a lot of crosses, they are attacking on the sides. You see where they keep on getting their set pieces. It's on the sides, which means if you had planned to do or play Mtutuzi on that position, then what you've basically done, you're also exposing us. You're exposing us in terms of Silva having to track back and help the right back defend. Suppose was saying Pirates can't answer when questioned. Yeah, they tend to have that problem. You would manage what they're trying to do. I wonder if this was a preparation for next week's game, because they built with a back three yesterday, which I was like, okay, this is shocking. They're playing with a back three. Not a back three, but building up with a back three so that they don't commit too many numbers forward. So it was like a practice run. Clearly didn't work. So now against Sundowns, they can't play with a back three, a back two when they're building up, because they will get exposed very fast. Usni's boss is saying McCarthy is lucky not to get a yellow already. Peterson might be injured. Now it's fine. Had to sell it, Pelana, at some point. You just have to sell it. I'm injured. Lapagana next. Excuse me. And we are playing Stellenbosch on the 4th as well. So I heard the coach say that we are playing Stellenbosch on the 4th. Musa saying ayikho lento esiyibuka la. Ngathi sibuka ingane. Pendulo is saying I don't blame the team for not being more adventurous. We have 5 games in 13 days. A lot of players out on injury, and there is traveling in between all that. I hope we see this win through. We need it. I get that Vele Guti, the dropping off is because of thinking about the fact that if you win this game, you've won the game, right? So you have 3 points in the bag, and as I said, the coaches are desperate to win. So if you find yourself in a situation whereby you are winning, just take the win, right? That's the logic here, Guti. We will just take the win and forget about everything else. Take the win, forget everything else. And then in the next game, then we can talk about, okay, right, win again. And these coaches will keep on getting away with that because fans don't really care. Like you see this win, Sundowns drew on Friday, Pirates drew yesterday, Chiefs wins today. So most fans just care about the fact that they can say, na, we won the game. That's what fans care about. You see the set pieces we keep on conceding, they are wide, they are out wide, they are not central. Because this team is trying to, but they are so horrible in set pieces. Like they are really horrible, or we are really good at heading them away. There is another counter. We should go score another goal. The way this team, they've been attacking us for so long, but somehow they have not scored. And you can see Vele, they've been dominating the game the whole match. It's just that they are not doing anything. Like, but McCarthy ended up getting a yellow card finally on the 81st minute. If you look at the attack momentum, Chiefs had some momentum in the first few minutes, and then, yeah, like, it's just been Zesco. Atenko's saying, below, how to explain Miguel's problem? You mean problem? Is it problem? I don't know. Please type it finish. Angazi nombupalo problem. Aumlo is saying we really don't need pretty football on this pitch. Hey, what is that guy doing? But they didn't kick. It didn't kick him, did he? I don't think he kicked him. I don't think he kicked him. But Peterson was always going to sell that. He kicks the ball. He missed him. It didn't kick him at all. But Peterson... Nah, he missed him. It didn't kick him. Let's check. Nah, it didn't kick him. Peterson, he wasn't kicked. He's just wasting time there. He knows that he wasn't kicked. They've added 4 minutes. No one gets kicked in the head. No one gets kicked in the head by a military service ready man. Poop. Usnizo is saying, below, I get the notion of wanting to win by all means. It makes sense if it's working, but we are very lucky here. We are very lucky here. But don't let any fan hear you say that. Lelepo, son. TJ Favela is saying, feel like I'm watching Philly. To Maraba Peterson is my hero. Atengo saying, I was saying Miguel's problem. I think Miguel is, if there was a problem with him, the mistakes that he made, like before the break, those I can admit to, yeah, those were poor mistakes that he probably shouldn't have made. Missing the ball and failing to clear it the other time. Yeah, shouldn't have. He should have done better there. But in general, this is me. I do not blame Miguel. Sometimes there are yellow cards that he gets that are needless. He has a lot of yellow cards. But at the same time, I don't blame him sometimes. I don't blame him because, for me, if a player is willing to take one for the team so that we don't concede. Because the one free kick that people keep on pointing out is that one that happened against Amazulu, where he held someone and there seemingly was cover behind him and he shouldn't have held the person because then we gave away a foul which led to a goal. But it's rare that those goals end up in fouls. It's a professional foul. And Abo Rodri get yellow cards almost every week for professional fouls. Abo Rice, Abo Zubimendi, we're talking abroad. We see defensive midfielders do that. Play sometimes what is called dirty. Is he doing it too much sometimes? Yeah. But I get it. I really do. So I'm never the one to complain too much about Miguel. I've never done. Uh, Ulucha is saying we're just playing to win and lose the ball. Ndikokele is saying, gents, in this game we defended well. We are not lucky. You know, in football, we did defend well. But also, okay, let me remove the we are lucky part. Let me remove the we are lucky part and say that if a team wins a match, a few things happened. The game is over. A few things happened if a team wins a game. One, the team they were playing against was really bad, or they were better than the team that they were playing against. Sometimes it's just that you are playing against a really bad team. And I think what happened today is that we played against an extremely bad team and we won a match. So we're taking 3 points because then people would be pissed off if we had lost this game against Zesco. So I'm going to post the post-match video in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So stay tuned for that if you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, if you're also watching on Facebook. So go watch the video of how Stellenbosch Sekhukhune stopped Pirates on the other channel, the Cutback with Tumpilo. And by the time you finish watching that, this analysis or post-match reaction, because it's not pure analysis, because I haven't rewatched the game yet. So 3 points. Thank you guys for joining me. I will see you there on YouTube in 20 minutes. Bye. Facebook stream ends and YouTube stream ends.